Hello everyone and welcome back to EDC. My name is Samuel and today I'm going to be showing you the differences between the original i3t from Olight and the i3t2. Let's check them out. So normally I would start with measurements, weight, stuff like that, but these guys are so similar. The diameter is actually identical and this weighs 0.02 ounces more than the original, so we won't even talk about those. Just know dimensions, weights are practically identical. But where things do get a little bit different is in the construction of the light. The original i3t has this pocket clip that clips onto the body and is, I wouldn't say easily pulled off, but if you yank on this thing hard enough, it will come off. Where the i3t2 comes with a pocket clip that screws on under that cap, which makes this a very, very secure pocket clip, and you're going to break this pocket clip before it ever pops off the light. And speaking of that pocket clip, this new i3t2 has an even deeper carry pocket clip. As you can see here on the B-roll, the original didn't have that much that would stick out of your pocket, but the i3t2 just takes it a step further and makes it even more of a discreet deep carry. So that about does it on the outside of the light. Now let's get down to the nitty gritty, the lumens, the candela, stuff like that, what kind of batteries these guys can run, and why this one is even better than the original. The original i3t, probably all of you know this, has the low mode of 5 lumens, high mode of 180. It's been a great light, it's served a lot of people well, and it's done a great job, but now the new one has a big upgrade with still the 5 lumens is low, but the high is 200 lumens. So you might only say, well, that's 20 lumens. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. To the naked eye, yes, you cannot really tell a difference in the brightness, but where the difference comes in is that beam pattern. The original has a much more floody beam, and the new one has a spotty beam. I was standing outside looking towards my chicken coop, and I could just kind of make things out a little bit better. Standing at the same distance with both lights, all that. But that i3t2 seems to have just a little bit more crisp of a beam where you're able to make more stuff out at further distances. Also, I believe has to do with the candela output. The original i3t has a candela output of 900. The new one has a candela output of 935. Now, I'm no flashlight expert. I might be completely wrong about that. I'm sorry if I am, but that's what I'm going to attribute the being able to see a little bit clearer at a further distance to. Now let's talk about something that is really cool about the new i3t2, a 10440 battery. This little guy right here will turn this from a 200 lumen output light to a 300 output lumen light. And it is officially supported by Olight this time. So, in the past, you could take one of these and put it in your i3t. I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now as a disclaimer, don't do it because this thing might blow up on you. It is not made for that. It is not rated for that. The original, I was holding up the wrong light, is not made for a rechargeable 10440. But it would take it up to about 500 to 550 lumens when you do so. But you're running that at your own risk of ruining your warranty and possibly making the light explode or overheat, something like that. Now, that 10440 though is officially supported in the i3t2 to be used. And not only that, it bumps you up 100 more lumens. And 100 lumens does make a big difference, especially in those scenarios where you really need to be able to see. Maybe you need to be able to see a little further past, see what's going on. Maybe there's an animal, something goes bump in the night, and this is all you have. That extra 100 lumens is really going to come in handy. Another cool thing about it being able to use this rechargeable battery is exactly what I just said. The battery is rechargeable. Instead of constantly having to buy AAAs to put in this guy, you can grab one of these off Amazon. I think you can get into a whole kit with maybe 2 or 3 of these and a charger for probably somewhere around the $20, $25 range, and you can constantly have one on charge ready to replace. But again, the cool thing is, if these die when you're out and about, you can throw a AAA in the light and still run it that way. So something really cool they did was the original had a runtime of 5 minutes on high, and then it would step down and it had a 21-hour runtime on the low mode, which is quite a while. Well, now the new one has a 7-minute runtime on high, which is also a higher lumen output than the original high end of that one, and a 28-hour runtime on low. So quite a big improvement for a whopping, incredible, crazy amount of money. $3 or $4 extra dollars. I believe it's $3 extra you can get the i3t2 over the original i3t. In my honest opinion, Worth every penny of that $3. Now, of course, if you want to buy the 10440s and get into something more, yes, you're going to have to spend more money. But the really cool thing is you can spend $4 more dollars and get into this one and not have to pay a dime difference and just keep putting AAAs in it. Another really cool thing that they have added to the I3t2 is programmability. Now, there's not much programmability. There's only 2 modes, but doggone it. Another really cool thing that they added to the I3t2 is programmability. Now, the original did not have that. Now, look, there's only 2 modes to this light, but the really cool thing is, on the original, if you wanted to use it, well, you had to go low, then high, or of course you could do the half press to low, then high. With this one, actually it came out of the box, preset to high. So you can change that around. If you're like some of the guys I know and you want that low mode, you want that moonlight mode for coming in the house, not wanting to startle anybody, not wanting to wake anybody up, or not to mess up your night vision, you know, after you get up and go to use the bathroom, you don't want to blind yourself, hey, that low mode is really nice. But if you're like me and a lot of your flashlight use is outside or coming inside wanting to be able to see inside, then that high mode automatically is really, really nice. And that's the way I prefer it. But that's the cool thing about this. If you prefer it the other way, you can switch it around. So the fact that they added programmability is really, really cool. And one last thing I would like to mention, just to throw in here, I believe that they have been watching Reylight. Now, I'm not saying that they ripped them off or anything. There's nothing wrong with seeing, hey, this company did something cool, and I want to do that too, just to improve your product. Okay, that's fine. And I really believe that's what they did with the Reylight. Being able to use AAAs or 10440. I know that's not just to Reylight, but also the pocket clip under the cap, the programmability, these different things. It reminds me a lot of the Reylight Pineapple Mini. Maybe I'm completely off base. Maybe there were many people doing it before Reylight. I don't know. But the fact that they have seen these things that people wanted and improved upon them is really impressive. Great job, Olight, for taking one of your models that you could have left exactly how it was and people would have continued to buy it and turning it into something just a little bit better that was better for your customers. Very much appreciated. Good job, Olight. Hopefully you found this useful. If you did, please let me know down in the comments below. Or if you have a AAA light that you prefer much more than the Olight, let me know that as well. If you enjoyed that video, please like, comment, subscribe, all those wonderful things. Have a great day, and God bless.